My name is Mtaa+Fprvid2 I'm driver of car 6 at FPR, Pepsi Max Falcon. I've been driving V8 supercars for the last 2 years and 3 years of development series, so I know these cars quite well.
My name is Stevens. I'm the #1 mechanic on the car 6 Pepsi Max Ford, and my driver this year is Mtaa+Fprvid2.
I've got a new mechanic this year. His name's Stevens. He's a pretty cool and relaxed bloke, but very hard-working and determined to try and get the car to the front of the grid. And yeah, I'm pretty ecstatic to be working with him this year because I've got no worries in the world about out on the track if the car's going to stay together or not. A V8 supercar can go about 300 kilometres an hour around Bathurst, and the last thing you want to be knowing or thinking about is when you're going around there is the car's put together right. So you've got to have a lot of trust in your mechanic, and I'm pretty lucky enough to have one of the best ones in the game.
It's pretty important to have good trust and communication with your driver. If there's an issue with the car, you need to diagnose it quickly and make the right changes in a short amount of time. And if you don't have the trust or communication, you won't get it done.
This car behind me doesn't go around the track with only one pair of hands. There's a lot of people in the team to make this car do several laps around a big racetrack. So I was lucky enough to have 2 mechanics, an engineer, myself, and also some extra hands around the car. And together we've got to be pretty focused and determined to make sure this car's right, and I do my job on the track.
I went to the very first V8 supercar round when I was about 18 months old in a pram. So I've been around for a fair while. For as long as I can remember, myself, my dad and my uncle always used to go to race meetings. I'd always help Dad in the garage working on his cars over the years, and generally you couldn't get a rag or a spanner out of my hand. I volunteered at another race team for 9 months without any pay, just sweeping floors and just getting the basic information about V8 supercars, and then was lucky enough to get a full-time role at the end of that year. Preparing for Bathurst is not just a week before, it's almost 6 months before. We're always preparing and setting your sights on the big wing at Bathurst. So I mean, to get it over the line last year was definitely a good thing for FPR.
When I first started FPR, my main role was basically to sweep the floors and I guess clean the windows. So you got to start somewhere small when you love something and so passionate about something. So you'll do anything to get what you want to achieve and your goals. And now look at me now, I'm racing a main series V8 supercar at FPR, which is a dream come true for me. And I just really thank those days of back sweeping and cleaning the windows, because you got to start somewhere.